Ready to go!
Alright, ladies and gents, we've got young but big Ethan here, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good. We are going to do the very famous lactic acid suffering session. We're going to do 10 minutes. It seems to be the qualifying thing. You've seen me do it with Jordan. He crucified me. You've seen me do it with Tom. No, you haven't seen it. I did it with Tom last night and I made him suffer. I've done it with Lachlan off camera, made him suffer. But we'll get all those done on video. But today it's Ethan's turn. But Ethan has some tools with him that are going to help him. Long arm, big hand. It's just, can you move well and do you have the lactic acid tolerance?
No.
What do you reckon? Alright, this timer here. Where's my stopwatch for my timer? 10 minutes. Steaming eggs. Here we go. Alright, so we'll do it in straps. I always like this in straps. It's best in straps because you can't really run away. You can't. If you say I want to stop, I can say no. Sorry. So again, guys, the idea of this: passive pressure, no hard counters. Even if you feel like you are strong enough to hard counter, you don't. The only way you can win this match is by passively outlasting someone with a better lactic acid tolerance. And this forces you, as I've said before, to learn to move in a very technical counter sense. And what happens is you find a balance point, and then naturally you sit in that balance point until someone's lactic acid starts to become a problem for them, and then that person tries to run and hide and move, and then you chase them and keep them on the same zone. Oh, I can feel how big your hand is already. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat you on this. Alright, ready, set, go. So all we do to start is we just lean back and establish the pressure balance, and there we go. Okay, so we found a balance point. Now the games begin. No hard counters for me, so no ramping up of pressure. And now, whilst we're doing this, going to talk about long-armed arm wrestling, because Ethan has a super match coming up, which will determine who is the #1 ranked junior in Australia. And Ethan is the long-armed guy going into this match. And we were talking about it before, man, that a long-armed arm wrestler instinctively should be looking for this in a match. The more you can get the pressure to ramp down and become a passive battle where your opponent is looking to relax and breathe for a moment and alleviate lactic acid, the better it becomes. So, how's it feeling so far?
Not too bad so far. But
the
started.
first minute's always comfortable.
Yeah. So from about the third minute, it starts getting pretty horrible.
The first minute against Lachlan, I was worried. I was like, Lachlan might beat me at this. And I'd already talked up this big game that I was going to tear him. And thankfully, at the minute mark, he just... I'm like, oh, thank goodness. But doing this with Jordan, there's no one worse for me to do this with than Jordan. Well, you can see Ethan adding the shoulder there now. That's a sign that brachialis may be starting to fill up. And he's looking to already try to alleviate a bit of that build-up. But he's bluffing too, which is good. He's not telling me. He's not telling me about it. Yeah. And so, as you know, guys, someone will inevitably end up palm up. Now, you can see I'm slightly more palm up right from the get-go because our natural balance point, with Ethan being the longer arm, bigger hand, just puts me underneath. But we'll see if my hand can come through with the goods and get him palm up by the end of it without hard countering. At the moment, there's not much room for me to work. I'm happy to just sit.
Of course you are.
I can sit for longer. I don't need to work yet.
Yeah.
We're in that first initiation, negotiation phase. We're seeing who can sit in the initial position longer. And if you haven't seen this before, guys, this is my favourite way to arm wrestle. You can do this every day, multiple times a day, and it's only good for you. There's nothing bad about this. Rehabilitative. It will show you technical nuances that you never realised were there. And it's fun to torture someone if you're winning, and if you're losing, it's yeah.
Not so fun getting tortured.
You go through all the phases of suffering. At first you're talkative and you're good, then you start laughing, then you go silent and just try to get through it. Well, I'm starting to feel a quiver coming through Ethan's arm. Where is the lactic acid for you at the moment, man?
It's actually
I know where it
more
is,
coming through
but-
the thumb.
The thumb, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So the thumb is getting full of lactic acid. How's the brachialis and the elbow region in general?
Not too bad yet. Well, okay, that wrapped it up.
And see, what this is teaching, you can see Ethan doing it already. Minor things, he's looking for ways to change the rate that the lactic acid is building up. He's moving his elbow on his pad, he's moving his shoulder, I don't know if you can see it, but there's tiny little changes going on in his hand. All these things might, to the amateur or the novice eye, look like he's doing nothing, but he's doing heaps. And it's something that you can't consciously plan for and think that if I do this, it'll help my lactic acid. You just do it and you feel and you go, oh yeah, that helped. Oh, this didn't help. Oh, that backfired. And at this pressure, you can afford to do that. And this is where you become an incredibly instinctive arm wrestler. Is because you've done this a million times. So when it gets to that match where bang, it stops, you just autopilot, know where to go. He's doing well. I'm waiting for him to really cave. He hasn't really caved yet. Like, I think I'm winning this battle, but he hasn't caved yet. I'm waiting for it. I'm like, come on. You've lasted way longer than Lachlan, way longer than Tom.
But you can feel the shakes.
I can feel the shakes coming, which, like, I'm hurting too. I'm definitely hurting, but I feel like I can. Well, he's trying to get down pressure on me. That's good. I like that. That's a good technical play. He's using his shoulder to put down pressure on me. Well, here we go. 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 Ethan's palm's rolling. He's retreating.
That was a bad idea.
Oh, making advancements across the pad now. Look at him, he's retreating. It means he's coming outside of his shoulder. Oh, there we go. He's put up some pressure. The defense is there. So I'm going to try to seize that opportunity. And again, not allowed to use a hard counter. I could hard count, but I'm not allowed to. How many minutes through are we? We are
like 2.
we got 3 minutes 52 to go. I'm doing well, man. Oh, but yeah, I'm getting you now. It's starting to come.
As soon as you sucked me inside that little bit extra cup.
Yeah, it took you away from your chop.
Yeah.
And yeah, made you lift more.
I don't like my bicep. I don't want to be on my bicep.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. Now where's the lactic acid peak? Hand or elbow?
Still in hand.
Still in
For
hand.
now. It's going to become the elbow pretty quick. Or the
So
shoulder.
my
Probably
hand
the
is-
shoulder first.
My hand's entirely fine for
Yeah.
lactic acid. For me, it's all elbow for me.
Yeah, I found I've just come last 2 weeks I haven't been able to do as much. So my forefinger and my thumb blow up a lot quicker than they usually do. Especially in this jam.
Come on.
So yes, you successfully put me palm up.
Yeah. But it was, like I said, harder than it was against Tom and Lachlan. And with Lachlan, the pressure, we had to ramp down the pressure. Like, if it gets to the point where someone is suffering too much and they can't continue, you don't stop, you just relieve the pressure. You just come down in pressure. The balance goes from a 30% effort down to a 20% effort. And I reckon I went down to 4% effort with Lachlan. Because he was like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I'm like, don't stop, Lachlan! Don't stop! 4% if we have to. I'll record it next time. I didn't record it the first time because it was the first session he'd ever done on that, and I just wanted to explain it to him, and respectfully, look at this. How did this happen? I wasn't even paying attention now.
You talk too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this back. I'm not allowed a hard counter. I'm like, hang on, what? Why am I over here? Good play. Now you get your shoulder in. And again, I don't even know what error I just made. I wasn't paying attention. But somehow his shoulder is like fully carved in and he's isolating me now. So very good technical play because he didn't hard counter me. He's just somehow negotiated this over here. Now I'm lifting and I don't like it. So I'm going to see if I can bring it around through some technical maneuvering.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
It's coming.
You've got it. There you go.
There we go. We're back. But whatever you did to get it over there was friggin' masterstroke. I didn't even notice it. Next minute I'm over there. I want it even more though, man. Come on with me. Oh, nice. 30 seconds to go. And our pressures are coming up, but the important thing is your pressures stay balanced whenever you ramp up together, you go evenly, you never hard counter. Interesting way to finish. How's that feeling for you? Comfortable?
Pretty comfortable.
It's comfortable for me too because it's different from where we've been.
Like my shoulder is actually the most uncomfortable part here.
My elbows for me, the lactic acid peak. Right, in 5 seconds and then we hard counter. Comes back on. Good stuff. You like that?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. There you go, you two. Hope you enjoyed that one. Very, 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 very beneficial. Can't speak highly enough of that style of arm wrestling. Give it a go.
Yes, that's a man!